I love being sport for choice, and that's the case today. I've only just decided where I'm going to go as well, because there's some really big boot sales that I've been neglecting lately. I've decided to go to Wales though, over to the Chirk boot sale. I think it's going to be a great day. I've just jinxed it by saying that. But the plan is go to Chirk, and then I was initially thinking Warrington after that because it's on the way back, but I'm really missing Bolton boot sale. So I know it's a little bit further out of the way on the way back, but I'm going to go to Bolton. So that's the plan. And I'd like you to come along with me. So let's get some coffee and let's get on the road. Oh, it's going to be good today. I can feel it in my bones. Morning, mate. How much are your jackets?
£20 each.
Tidy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Downboy cheap stuff.
Yeah. You buy cheap, buy twice, the next one.
That's it. To be fair, if you're looking at some of your daughter, I'd sell that.
They're size 5, I haven't put the price on the size on it yet.
Size 5. Would you do a £5 for him?
Yeah.
Cheers, lovely.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
How much have you got on your boots?
£3.
These boots were only £3, but I really didn't want to put the effort into cleaning them, and in parts they actually looked like they were rotting. How the bloody hell did you handball that off the van? How did you handball that? Skateboard. On a skateboard? My God, there must be a ton in that.
Well, I reckon there's a lot more.
You reckon, yeah? Jeez. I'm suitably impressed. Suitably impressed. Morning.
You okay?
How much are your fox heads?
That one's 30. Do 20 on him.
Is that a fox?
Well, yeah, it's gross, isn't it?
Yeah, it it looks very startled. It looks more like a, what do they call them?
Hideous.
Yeah, well that as well.
Yeah. I think someone's had to go themselves by the looks of it. It's
Yeah,
not like it's
yeah.
been done by the right
Like
person.
oh, it's going to bug me what they are now. Like a raccoon type thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Delicately brushed and hoovered them.
Did you? What were you then?
Did you do 15 on that?
On which?
On this one?
No, I said 30. I'll do 20.
Oh right, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said 20.
No, that's the other one.
Oh right, okay.
I used to do a hell of a lot with taxidermy, but unfortunately a lot of it now ends up in my house.
Yeah.
But my other half made him put his foot down, and the last time I went to a show, his parting words as I went out the doors, don't bring any more dead things back.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I've never seen the attraction myself, but I suppose each to their own.
I think they're nicely done. Some of them are quite painful.
Yeah.
And I know, like I've got a white hair, and it's full on Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give that one a go. Cheers, lovely.
Super, thank you.
So, you want to take the batteries off?
We can just do it again though, can't we?
Hey, it's my OG, you're on camera.
Work.
How much have you got on your boots?
20 quid, mate.
Huh?
Do 15? 20 quid all day, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, there you go.
25 now.
Nearly bought some cups then as well. You got to play the boot sale game though, ain't
Yeah,
you?
you have, haven't you? It's worth a go. Told you. Flip, flip, flip and flip. Cheers, bye.
What we say, 20?
No,
20.
20.
20.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
I was going to give you 25 then. What have you got in your jacket, Paul?
40 on it.
40. Have you got the belt? Have you got the belt for it? Would you got a 30 on it?
Yeah, 35.
I'm struggling at 35. 30. Nice, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll get them fairly cheap.
How much is your saxophone? 200. Yeah, I bet. It's not a cheap hobby, is it?
Especially if you can't.
No problem.
For which? Oh, I have touch. Yes, change. Yeah.
And how much are you paying?
Fiver. I've won them once.
Yeah.
I don't have change. 5. Yeah. Don't want the box with them though.
Thanks though. Nice try.
You're going to give me a fiver now, aren't you?
I am.
Give him a fiver change.
No, fair enough.
If she comes back, oh, have you got
I
change?
have no change, I'm sorry. I might have it in coins actually. Got done over by the bloody cash machine this morning.
Oh, you're joking,
No, I
right?
just I tried to take 250 quid out. He opened the ads, didn't chuck anything out.
Filming yourself.
Yeah, I vlog for YouTube. I think I'm running about 3 weeks behind at the minute. So if you search ABLreselling on YouTube, you'll probably see yourself in about 3 weeks. Thank you, have a good day. I don't know what it is about Chirk today, I'm just not feeling the love at all. I must have been walking around the field with my eyes closed or something. About half a dozen pickups, and it is good quality stuff as well. But like I say, it's really busy as well, I just don't get it. I think it's me, maybe it's just me. Anyway, I'm going to head to Bolton now because, well, quite frankly, I've missed it. It's absolutely heaving again at Bolton. 3 full car parks again. Let's hope I have a better result than Chirk. What have you got on your boots?
£12 if you want. Size 10. Size 10.
Size 10. I've seen the combat boots before, never Magnum safety boots though. Did you 10 on them?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
10 for mate.
Sound, cheers man, thank
Cheers,
you.
thank you.
How much are they, bud?
60 quid for that. Helmet's never been worn, gloves are in there as well.
Would you sell these separate?
30 quid.
20?
25.
Let me double check my homework.
They've never been worn, mate, they're still right here.
Yeah.
They've just been
In
stored.
garage, like, yeah.
But she told me declutter, so
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'll do 25 for them, mate. How you doing for change? I've just been rinsed at another boot sale.
Cheers, buddy.
Hold on, much obliged.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cheers.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you. What brand is the helmet?
It's O'Neill, that.
Right, okay.
I might just keep that anyway.
Yeah. It's mint, isn't it? It looks cool as hell.
Well, I had a Harley Davidson MT350
Yeah.
camoed up. You know, the old army bike.
All right, yeah.
That's what this was for.
Nice.
She made me sell the bike.
Oh, that's a really wife. Did I say that loud?
Yeah, she's a nurse. She said, right, that's it. Bike's gone.
Oh, fair enough.
So, thank
What
you.
did you say you had on that, sorry?
I don't know. I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep it? Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's minted.
Put your foot down.
Put it on the cupboard and
I'm going
look
to
at
start. I know, yeah. I'm starting a domestic here. I'm getting off quick.
XS one.
Do you know what it's off that?
Yeah. I think they're going for about 250 on eBay now. So
Yeah. What have you got on it? How much have you got on it?
How much are you paying? 25.
Right here, 25. Possibly. Is that 110?
Yeah, it's 110. Yeah. It's the excess, it's all leather, just needs cleaning.
Yeah.
No.
Did 20 on it?
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, man.
Always like a bargain.
Absolutely. Do you know what? It's really bizarre. It's not something I would ever have looked at, but I've literally just had a conversation with somebody at another boot sale about steering wheels.
Cool.
So, there you go. Every day's a school day.
What Land Rover have you got?
I haven't. No, I just buy to sell.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
well,
So,
you make money on that all day
yeah,
long.
yeah, brilliant. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I know for a fact, I've seen them on eBay for like 250, but can't be arsed selling stuff.
What have you got on your fascias?
I've got to sell that for like 35 because
Yeah.
that's like the big money because that's original excess off this.
Yeah.
And they're going for like decent money. But I'll take 30 quid if you want it now. Tell you what, if you take that for 30, I will throw in them. And these are really rare as hell. If you look carefully on these, got special zombies and stuff.
Oh, yeah. What? Where are those? Oh, are they the side blanks?
Yeah. These are off. These are different. They're different ones, but they fit them.
Yeah.
They're all one size. So.
Got you. Is that only on this side? That?
Only one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one. That's where the earrings take. There's no, they only have one on the side. These are normally about 75 quid a set.
Yeah, go on, I'll take them.
Yeah, 30 quid.
You'll be going home at this rate, won't you?
I'll say I've done well today. I've got rid of all sorts of stuff. But if you don't use it, you don't need it.
Absolutely, yeah. Which just collects dust in the garage, doesn't it?
Yeah. So somebody can make money on stuff. There you go.
Cheers, pal.
Stuff always sells.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a load of covers.
Could do with some nice seat ones first.
I think I might have some left, you know. Let me just have a look.
It's they're all the same, aren't they, Land Rover?
Yeah.
I want either some black ones, but they're waterproof ones. You do.
Yeah, yeah. I forget the brand, but they're a good brand as well. Exmoor, that's
Are
it.
they?
Yeah.
What's wrong for them?
Let me see if I've got any left because of how much they stand me. I've had them for a while. I've just been pissing them away. I think the last set I sold for about 20 quid as well, but they were the 60/40 back bench.
Yeah.
I think they've all gone, you know.
Alright, no worries, mate.
Sod's law, innit? Absolutely sod's law, that.
Oh well, next time.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. I appreciate it.
You can remember it. I will. It used to be a car park at the back, which you could land a bloody jumbo jet on it. That's really not mapping, so yeah. I'm going to go. I'll have a look myself next week as long as it's not snowing.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
Oh, cheers, Andy.
Did you do 5 for 20? Hello. Yeah. All right.
You're doing yourself big time.
Where did I see 6 quid? Oh, do you know, I'm going bloody blind, mate. Honestly. 3 for a £5.
You could give me some quid if you want.
Oh yeah, I know. It'd be nice to me. Do you know what? I would have done that as well. I would have just paid you and walked away.
The 10 of them, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers, pal. There you go, mate.
Do you know what the story is with the Guardians of the Galaxy? With them saying not for individual reselling?
Do you know what I think it must be? You know, like when you buy films off Sky
Right.
on rental, they send you the film out, don't they, for free?
Oh, right, okay.
So maybe it's come from that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They just come on a pallet of stuff.
Have you got anyone with a barcode exposed?
I think it's under the actual
Some
seal,
of the
innit?
plastic in it, yeah. That's frustrating.
I don't mind opening one if you want to.
No, I would have.
You'd
flip
end up
on-
having to do them as
Yeah,
pre-owned, wouldn't you?
I flip on Amazon, and they
Yeah,
class
they won't be any good on Amazon.
the class the packaging as the
Yeah.
product, don't they? No worries, worth asking a question.
Alright,
Cheers,
no
buddy,
worries.
appreciate it. One 561. They've got to be fake. Can I ask where you got them from? Where did you get them from?
I got them from Blackpool
Ah, okay.
12 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. Are they moody?
Second back there.
Are they moody? They come from a shop?
Yeah. They've never been used, mate.
Yeah. Oh no, they're great condition.
Got to see the other.
Please, if you don't mind, that'd be great.
I love them, I think they're fantastic.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I say, I bought them for myself. But when we got them home,
What shop was it?
the size 10 or 10 and a half.
What
You
shop?
get them on it for 10 and a half. You know.
What shop was it?
Pardon?
What shop was it? You bought?
Oh, 1 tower, 100 tower it was.
Oh, like a cheap and cheerful kind of shop. Yeah, yeah. I was going to say because these are like £2,000 trainers
Yeah,
if they were original.
it is a cow.
Probably going to regret leaving them, but I'm going to leave them. Thank you anyway. Cheers. We did a 30 on that.
Hey?
We did a 30 on it.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Thank you very much. What's your best on your Harley jacket?
Make me an offer.
I think
I don't nothing about it.
you probably laugh at me. Honestly, you would. You probably laugh at me.
Cost me now anyway, I got them in a box.
About 30 for that.
40.
Yeah, go on. Go on. Go on, you're twisting my arm.
But you didn't come out for a jacket, either, did you?
That's wherever I can find, really. 70 in it. 70 squids.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, sir. Is that a kid's one or a woman's one?
It's actually, I think it's a woman's. It's a small, very small.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Tiny.
There you go. It's nice to find somebody at a boot sale this morning selling quality stuff.
Yeah.
Have a good one, pal. Cheers. Would you do £2 on that? Yeah. Smashing. That's great. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
You've done it on purpose.
Yeah. Twice now.
How much your arm, mate?
15. It's got his name in it and everything, that one.
Yeah, yeah. Did it have a cover with it?
Cover?
Yeah.
No.
No. Would you do 10 on it?
Can't do any less than 15.
Yeah, no worries. How much is that, boss? Yeah, it's just strange. That looks like it's been printed out after the fact, doesn't it?
Rare's actually like that. Usually they've always been opened up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Is 10 of your best on it?
Do 8 and that's it.
Yeah, I'll do 8 on that.
You don't see it often anyway.
No, exactly, yeah. Thank you, mate. Much obliged, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have here, yeah. I've been over at church first thing.
Good.
Weird.
YouTube, yeah.
Yes, mate.
I've seen your videos.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Oz.
Oz, nice to meet you,
nice
Oz.
to meet you, pal.
Good. Yeah, it was really, really busy, but
Yeah.
it just filled full of tat. There was-
Really?
Yeah. It was crawling with sellers and buyers,
Yeah.
but it's just a lot of tat.
Do you know, after you went, I told people about Norcross and they said that, yeah, there's lots of sellers.
Yeah.
There's just loads of sellers, but buyers, not so many, they said.
On Wednesday, it was crawling
Wednesday?
with both, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crawling. It's the busiest. I mean, the proof of the pudding in that was I've never seen the third field. Half of it was car park, and they were still pouring in as I left. So there's enough sellers, believe me, enough sellers. So if you're busy on a Wednesday though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
I work Monday. Yeah, even weekends I work.
Got some really nice stuff from here though.
Yeah.
I tell you what, talk about real-time knowledge as well.
Oh.
I was talking to a guy who follows a channel over at church, and he said he picked up a steering wheel, paid whatever he paid for it, and he flipped it for a lot of money. lo and behold, one of the first guys I bumped into here, Land Rover steering wheel and that grill and parts.
Yeah.
I think I'd give him 30 quid for, was it 20 quid for the steering wheel and 30 quid for the parts? Steering wheel, it's 170 quid.
Oh, minute.
And I didn't know anything. I would have just walked past it.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have just walked past it.
That's good. You just come on your own then, don't you bring your family or anybody?
Aside from having my grandkids with me on Wednesday, I like to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Because I can just get on.
Yeah, just crack on, don't you? Yeah, but how many videos do you put on a week then?
At least one, sometimes two. Yeah. But I'm up to about 200 videos plus now. Got to keep on ticking away. One. No, in fact, no, two. Somebody paid me $70 for a conversation last week. Seriously, mate, honestly, I can't believe it. Some firm in America wanted me to consult with him. I'm giving it honestly, I'm just some bloke from Joy. Oh well, if they're prepared to give me some money for me time, then happy days.
Radio's got a lot of ABReselling trying to get rid of the
Yeah, nice, I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Collecting this.
No, not for me, those, mate. Stick them in auction.
You don't really do auctions.
You know, honestly, it couldn't be easier.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I've got stuff that I know's worth a bit, but not worth my effort, just drop it all off the auction house and they just do everything. And they just keep trying to sell it until it sells. It doesn't cost any extra, yeah. So, for everybody else here, take care, bud. Your kayak, is it new?
Yeah.
Please, yeah. Oh, it's alright, if it's sealed, then happy days.
I had a look at it.
Alright, okay. How come you never got around to using it?
Don't buy it. Just buy it and sell.
Alright, fair enough. You kind of look like a kayaker as well.
You don't get oars, that's all you get with it. The seats and padded bits and whatever.
Would you go 40 on it?
I'll do 50.
50? Yeah, fair enough. I'll stick him in that car anyway, won't I? 50 squids, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Hindsight is telling me that I should have just come to Bolton today. I got here late, I think it was 9:15, something like that. I got here. I spent quite a bit of money, but I've got some of the best pickups I've had from any boot sale in quite some time. I've had some instantly actionable education as well. When I was over at Chirk, I was talking to a chap who subscribes, or I'm assuming he subscribes to the channel. He might have just been talking to me about reselling generally because he assumed I was a reseller. And he spoke to me about flipping a steering wheel. I can't remember what the steering wheel was off and I can't remember how much he paid for it. But when I arrived at Bolton, one of the first things I spotted was a steering wheel for a Land Rover. So I checked the comps on it. I paid £20 for it and I should be looking at around about £170 for the steering wheel, which led on to a conversation about the other Land Rover parts he had, and there'll be really good margin in those as well. This is the thing I adore about this, is learning new things. If you're constantly learning in the reselling game, then you're constantly evolving. Knowledge is monetizable. Knowledge is so much more important than money. As you can tell, there has been a swing in my mood. I've gone from being slightly despondent at Chirk, maybe a little bit disappointed if I'm honest. I'm a wear my heart on my sleeve kind of guy, so I find it difficult to hide that kind of stuff. And clearly now I'm absolutely buzzing my tits off. What a great result. Bolton boot sale. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's earned its title as the #1 boot sale in the Northwest. I'm not saying that because they let me in for free, because I save £1 each time. That's absolutely God's honest truth. It is a brilliant boot sale, never let me down, aside from when I turn up and it's not actually on, but that's my fault. Right, let's get everything home now. I'll take you through what I picked up, let you know how much I paid for it, and let you know how much it's getting listed for. See you in a sec. Today has been one of the best days I've had for quite a while, for different reasons than you might expect, but also because I've picked up a Super Bolo, and I've also picked up probably the creepiest thing that I've picked up for a long while. You would have seen it in the main body of the video. Total spent today was £295, and the total gross listing estimate is £1,775. Yeah, I was quite surprised about that as well. I knew I got some really good pickups, but even that surprised me. Let's get into it. Considering the gross listing estimate that I've put on everything, it doesn't look like a right lot here, but there's some high value stuff. And the first of which are these boots. Now, you've got to look past the surface gunk. These boots are brand spanking new. They've just lived in a garage for a while. They're going to need a scrub up, but they're absolutely flawless apart from the dust on them. These are the Thor Blitz motocross boots, obviously. I wasn't familiar with the Thor brand before today, but I know that I always check motocross boots out because some of them are really high value. There's a lot of them that aren't as well, so always check. And also, but because of the nature of these boots, you really have to go over them with a fine-tooth comb to make sure they're in good order, because as you can probably imagine, in the motocross world, these get literally kicked to death. By the time you see them at a boot sale, they're normally falling apart. But these, extremely impressive condition. Like I say, just need a wipe over. Paid £20 for these, and I'm going to put a range actually on the listing estimate because depending on how they clean up. Like I say, they are new, but there is a chance that they're not going to be able to be cleaned up to look pristine. So the range I'm going to put on them is between £100 and £120. Brand spanking new with the box and all the other paraphernalia that goes with it. There would have been about £170, £180, that kind of mark. So Thor, it's one to watch out for in the future. More boots. These are Magnum. I used to have in fact, I've still got a pair of Magnum boots that are used for riding my bike. I didn't realise that they did safety boots as well. These are steel toe cap. The model is the Roadmaster. I guess they could be used for bike boots as well. Brand spanking new, paid £10 for these boots, and they're going to have a listing value of £60. Brand spanking new British Army issue Gore-Tex boots with Vibram soles, obviously pristine condition, no box with them. Paid £20 for those, and they're also going to have a listing value of £60. On the subject of Gore-Tex, I was having a conversation with a subscriber at the Bolton boot sale. Pretty much everything with Gore-Tex is worth checking out. Gore-Tex will only allow their branding and product to be used in the highest quality stuff. So it's a good starter for 10 that anything with Gore-Tex branding is going to be worthwhile checking out. I was very tempted to buy the saxophone the lady I bought these boots off had, but sadly, her budget really couldn't have stretched to that. I think it was going too heavy on that item. I have been stung by saxophones in the past because they're particularly difficult to check that they're working okay unless you're actually able to play the saxophone. Anyway, bought these Guess Chucker boots off them. I think they look pretty cool, really nice and flowery. Paid £5 for those, and they're going to have a listing value of £30. She said she'd only worn them once. Looking at the sole and looking at the size label inside, I'm 100% certain these would have been bought from TK Maxx. I paid £20 for this Land Rover steering wheel. It's a genuine part, and the listing value I'm going to put on this is £175. It just needs a bit of a degunge as well. The front grills, headlight surround, and these air vent covers, I paid £30 for all of those. Same seller as the steering wheel. The front grill set, I'm going to be selling those three as a job lot, and the listing value I'm going to put on those is £30. I've actually made a mistake. Well, I haven't made a mistake. It was sort of like a brand spanking new information. I thought these were just airbrushed genuine parts, but they aren't genuine parts. Apparently there is aftermarket, well, you would imagine there's a lot of aftermarket parts for Land Rover that are very, very, very cheap. Because they've stopped making the Land Rover Defenders now, or the old style, the 90s and the 110s, original parts, the prices are creeping up, and they'll continue to creep up as well, because Land Rover is an extremely well-loved brand, and those are the type of vehicles that are restored very regularly. Initially, when I first looked at these, I was thinking around about the £50 mark listing value, but they probably weren't even that new. They've got a really cool design. I'm not sure if it's going to pick up on the camera, but they've got sort of like a zombie design on all of them. It looks really, really cool, but because they're aftermarket, I'm not looking at anywhere near £50. probably around about the £20 mark. I mean, they are flawless though, there's not a mark on them. It looks like they have been fitted at some point, but aside from that, there's no scratching or scuffing or anything like that. So like I say, listing value on those, £20. Rio Retro Quad Skates, paid £5 for these. Retro Quad Skates are steady sellers for me. These will be getting listed for £25. Been a while since I picked up a basketball glove. Paid £2 for this Rawlings one. You have to watch with these type of gloves because there's a lot of plastic gloves that aren't really worth much. This is a leather glove. It's a 9-inch, so probably more of a junior size. I'd probably get my hand in there at a push. But because it's leather, I'm going to put a listing value on that of £20. By far and away the creepiest thing I've ever picked up, and I think it's the first time I've ever picked up taxidermy. Because this is a conversation I've had a few times with people who have taxidermy on their stands, particularly some people that I consider friends now. It's something that I do check from time to time. I paid £25 for this fox's head. There is a bit of damage to it. It's coming away from its backboard a little bit. I'm not really too worried about that because it's very old and tired, the backboard. So I'm kind of thinking if I leave it loose, it gives the buyer the opportunity to get it restored and put a nicer backboard on it. There was actually two, but the other one looked like it had just been in a really, really bad car crash. There is so much evidence that's supporting a listing value on this. But this one's going to have a listing value of £120. Barber Beacon jacket. This is a wax jacket. Sadly, it hasn't got its belt with it, which it would have come with originally. This type of jacket is extremely popular, even with sort of like the motorcycle crowd. There's a very retro Keeffe racer type style to it. Great condition, no damage, in black. I think it's a medium. Is it a medium? Yep, medium. A180 is the model. Paid £30 for this jacket, and the listing value I'm going to put on it is at least £80. As with everything I list, I always double check my homework before I list it, just to make sure that I'm on the money. Sometimes I get it wrong, positively or negatively, and end up either listing for a little bit less or a lot more, but I always double check my work. Obviously great return on that one. But the absolute daddy bolo, and if you've watched my videos for a while, you will have heard me mention this brand and specifically vintage items of this brand. This is a Belstaff vintage leather jacket, and it is a thing of absolute beauty. It's likely to have originally come with a belt. I wouldn't like to say how old this jacket is. It's not young, but it's got a couple of extra things going for it. Incidentally, I paid £70 for this jacket and a jacket I'm going to come on to in a minute. Decent size at a size large, but this is also a gold label, which are a little bit more sought after. I think individually this was £40. The breakdown is £40 for this one, £30 for the next one. And the listing value on this jacket, I'm going to put £400 on it. And if you would like to check my homework, just type in Belstaff vintage leather jacket. That is the high end of comps, granted, but they do achieve that kind of money and more in some instances. Also well worth looking out for are the wax versions of this type jacket as well, of this brand. Belstaff clothing across the board is brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant news. If ever you come across vintage Belstaff clothing at a boot sale, just sit on it until you've done your homework. And the other one, as if that wasn't enough, this absolutely amazing Harley Davidson jacket. Again, I don't have to explain Harley Davidson. Everybody knows it's a very well recognized brand. This one's got really cool arm shields on. There's no armor in this. I would say it is a motorcycle jacket. I don't think it's a vintage jacket. It's in immaculate condition. This jacket really is a thing of beauty. So like I say, with the breakdown, for argument's sake, say I paid £30 for this jacket. I really, really, really can't believe that getting to Bolton at the time I did, these jackets were still available. How they hadn't already been snapped up, it just beggars belief. I have no idea why they weren't taken. The listing value on this jacket is £180. And again, I'm probably being disingenuous with that listing value because of the brand, because of the condition, and because of the style. Slightly embarrassing with these box sets because I'm sure I read on the box 2 for £6. I've no idea where I read that. because I couldn't find it once I embarrassed myself by offering much more than he was asking. Fortunately, the chap who was selling these box sets was very noble and pointed out the error of my ways. So the breakdown is I paid £10 for all 6. So on the box it did actually say 3 for £5, which is an absolute steal. I'm selling quite a few DVD box sets through Amazon at the minute. There's a slight variation on listing value on them, but as an average I'm looking at £15 a set for these box sets. This was an interesting one as well. I'd never come across this game before, and it did look a bit fake at first, to be honest. Great Western Railway game. There are quite a few comps for this, but the thing that made me suspicious is on the back it looks like that back panel has been printed out and then just stuck on. But this is almost certainly the original shrink wrapping. I paid £8 for this game, and the comps for the used ones that I haven't found any new ones at all. The comps for the used ones range between £8 and £18. But my mind is that because it's brand new and sealed, I'm going to stick a listing value of £30 on that. Lastly, I bought another boat from the same boot sale. I mean, this really is kind of like lightning striking twice. This one is new as well. Box is tatty and it's been opened, but it's brand new. They don't actually come with the oars, these. I've got somebody on the hook who might be interested in this already. I think the last one that I bought it for £60 from Rakesh, and it sold the same day for 120. And this one's a very similar kind of flip. I paid £50 for this, and it's going to be getting listed for 130 to 150. My train of thought is if it's big and heavy, it puts a lot of people off selling it, and it reduces the competition on eBay. This seems to be happening quite regularly. Earlier on in the week, I made a video that you've probably already seen now. I did 3 boot sales, and it was completely the opposite of what I expected. The first boot sale I went to that I normally do really well at, I did quite poorly at. The last boot sale that I went to of the 3 that I normally do very poorly at, I did really, really well at. Today has been pretty much the same thing. I mean, I'll settle for a day like this every week. Thank you very much indeed. This has been one of my best hauls, value-wise, in as long as I can remember. And as I said earlier in the video, I was really quite disheartened when I was at Chirk, and that's not like me either. I'm sort of like a head down, plough on kind of guy, really. But I'm human. My head does drop from time to time. But I've come in with a massive smile on my face because, well, mostly, if I'm honest, because I've learned stuff. But today was a great result, absolutely great result. There is a very good chance though that you've spotted stuff, particularly at Chirk, that I completely walked past because I think just half the time I must have had my eyes closed. If there is, let me know in the comments, because I don't necessarily know what you know, and your knowledge is really, really valuable to me. If you've watched this video this far, you're an absolute legend, and I love you to bits, because that's the most important thing. Of course, hitting the thumbs up is a massive compliment, and thank you for that. Of course, subscribing to the channel is just brilliant. It boosts my ego, not that that needs any more boosting, thank you very much. But thank you so much for your support of this channel, I mean that genuinely. Until next time, lovely people, I've been Dave Keeffe, you've been amazing, see you soon.